Hi everybody, my name is Cody. I'm a software engineer living here in Hayes Valley and San Francisco. Today we'll be building an AI agent just like Lovable from the ground up using LangGraph. I'll show you what it takes, step by step, start to finish, of what it takes to build an agent system like Lovable, including all the prompts, the code, the big challenges along the way, how LangGraph and LangSmith help solve those problems, and everything you need to build a high quality agent system like Lovable. All right, let's jump right into it. To start, let's open up a new tab. Let's go to langsmith.com. I think it's Smith. It's actually smith.langchain.com. From here, go ahead and sign in for an account. You'll be taken to the dashboard. On the left-hand side menu, if you hover over here, you have this prompts section. We're going to go to the prompt section, and we're actually going to start by creating a brand new prompt and entering the LangSmith playground. In this series, we're going to be doing things that don't scale. We're going to be starting very simple, building up from just kind of some very naive implementations, just so you can kind of see, starting from scratch, the thought process and the thinking that goes behind building a system like this without jumping into any, assumptions about how you should start. To begin, one thing that large language models are very good at is writing code. And I want to show you how far you can get with just a very simple prompt in terms of building software without even needing, really in-depth agent type implementations. So in this playground, we have our prompt here. We have the system prompt, which is the instructions to the large language model. And we're going to tell it that you are a chatbot that builds full HTML pages. We're going to start really simple. You please take the user's message and turn it into a fully formatted HTML document. And then we'll just do that. I'll say, here's the user's message. We'll come over here. This is what the user will send in. And here you can format these. So we'll just do user message like this. Now in here you see the input user message. Let's go ahead and just test this prompt really quickly. And let's say, please create a basic game of Snake, arcade style. Include up, left, right, down, arrow keys, and buttons to control the snake. Let's go ahead and click start. This will run the prompt. Here you can see it's streaming the HTML document. Another thing to note is we're actually using GPT 4.1 mini, which is one of the latest models from OpenAI. The 4.1 series and the mini series in general are not necessarily specialized in coding, but large language models have gotten so good that it actually does a very good job already. So let's go ahead and just let this output finish, and then I'll show you how we can run this code and view it and kind of verify the output. Okay, so that output just barely finished. Now we're going to go into creating our initial project repo, where we can view the HTML code and get the snake game running. So first, we're going to open up our terminal here. And I've already made a new folder here called llama.simple. I'm going to go ahead and open up Cursor, but you can also use VS Code, although I will be using Cursor throughout this tutorial to just make things a little bit quicker, get some of those vibe coding juices flowing. And from here, we're just going to create a very basic HTML page. We're just going to call it page.html. And then we're going to click this Go Live button on the bottom right. And let's just put, okay, that opens up the browser. We'll just do something simple. Let's just say, hello world. Let's save it. Let's refresh this page, and there it is. Okay, cool. Now that we have this, let's go back to the playground. Let's go to our output here. Let's click copy. Let's open up Cursor. Let's delete this out and paste in our code and save it. Let's go back to the browser. Let's refresh the page. And look at this. You got a fully functioning game of Snake just in minutes using the LangSmith playground, but really this is just using OpenAI's large language model 4.1 mini. Let's go and see if this works. Let's click OK. Oh yeah, look, I'm using my arrow keys. I can move the snake around, and he grows. Let's see what happens if you hit a wall. It ends the game. Cool. So this is just an example of how you don't, for basic coding tasks, large language models are already very good. But this isn't Lovable, right? We all know that you can create code in ChatGPT and copy it out, or in Claude, Sonnet, and copy and paste it out to your environment. That's not what we're building here. But we're just starting simple. I'm going to show you the next steps to turn this into something that's much closer to Lovable. So now let's go back to LangSmith. Let's go ahead and save this prompt. And let's just call this simple generate HTML prompt. And then we're actually calling this project LlamaBot. That's the name of our project here. I'm going to go ahead and make this public just so everybody can see this and hit save. Public handle, I'm going to put LlamaBot in here. Save. And there it is. In the next video, we're going to be creating the actual interface of the chat interface, along with a ability to talk directly with the large language model in the browser. This is a necessary step for the user interface, and I'll see you in the next video.